For fuck's sake, Liverpool. You know, there's always that one promoted team that comes up from the Championship and has a certain aura and buzz surrounding them. This is Brentford's first season in the top flight in over 70 years. They've just built a new stadium, they're flying high as a club, and they've clearly come up with the Tony Montana, I don't give a fuck who you are mentality.
Deal, that's it. Okay, fuck you. How's that?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Embarrassing. Fuck you, man. You think you can take me? You need a fucking army, you're gonna take me?
They played fucking incredible yesterday, and as much as we're all annoyed, we can't take anything away from them. Brentford played fucking marvellous, and fair play to them for it. Every time they went forward, I was nervous and felt like they were going to score every time. I'll come on to that more in a bit though, because as much as Brentford played well, it's still frustrating as hell that on the same weekend Chelsea and United both drop points, we go and drop points too, to fucking Brentford. I mean, for fuck's sake, Liverpool, we're playing City next week too. We had a golden opportunity to go 3 points ahead of Chelsea and United, and if we beat City next weekend, that puts some distance between us and them as well, and firmly in the driving seat in the top of the Premier League. But no, sod's law, we end up catching Brentford on a fucking good day, and who made us work tooth and fucking nail just to scratch a point off them. I mean, fuck. Going into this game, I was a little apprehensive about it. I didn't get the chance to finish my preview video. I'm working every hour God sends at the minute, and also in the middle of moving house, which, as you lads know, is almost as stressful as hoping the missus gets ready on time. But like I said earlier, Brentford have come up from the Championship, and they are showing no one respect. They made fools of Arsenal on day one, which isn't hard to be fair, but when your name's Brentford, that's still a fucking massive confidence boost. They've won their last 2 games, including a 7-0 thumping a QPR in the League Cup. They were the highest placed team out of the promoted teams coming into this game, and honestly, considering the new stadium and all, they do seem to be a club on the up and up. I knew yesterday was going to be a pain in the arse.
People should know when they're conquered.
Would you, Quintus? Would I?
But I still felt like we would win the game. I mean, we've been scoring 3 goals almost every game this season. I had this game down as 3-2, and by God was I kicking shit out of the couch when their 3rd goal went in. Where we lost 3 points yesterday was from a combination of unfortunately catching Brentford on a good day, wasting our chances, and honestly questionable defending. Catching Brentford on a good day, I've just explained. They're obviously a club on a high, playing in the Premier League for the first time in over 70 years. They're on the up, they've got a new stadium built as well, they're motivated, they're eager to prove themselves against the big boys of English football, and playing clubs like Arsenal and Liverpool obviously gives them extra motivation. Arsenal couldn't handle them, and honestly we were lucky, as we were unlucky, to leave with a point. But we still should have been able to handle this. But it seemed every time they went forward, our defence, apart from Van Dijk, seemed to shit themselves. What concerned me more though is how much space they were finding. It seemed every time they went forward, they didn't just get excited with the crowd roaring them on, but that their forwards were finding space between our players. Van Dijk was able to bail us out most of the time, and in fairness, Matip did get a few interceptions and tackles in himself, but time and again they seemed to be on the back foot, and were getting done for them finding space to run into. I hope that's not a leak in our organisation that they've discovered, and that our defence just had a poor game for organisation, because if it's the former, better teams will hurt us more by exploiting this. I mean, we're playing Man City next week, for fuck's sake. Can you imagine what they'll do to us if that's what Brentford did yesterday?
That was kid stuff next to what you're up against.
But again, that aside, we still could have won that game yesterday, even with Brentford finding a way through 3 times. But the number of chances we fluffed, I mean, even Salah, yeah, he scored yesterday, but what the fuck were you thinking, lad, when you went through one-on-one with the keeper and decided to lob him instead of dinking it round his side and playing it safe? You dumb mother... And you know what, I know a lot of you aren't going to agree with me on this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sadio Mane is not having a good season so far. In the past few years, the Golden Boot was a chase between him, Salah, Kane, Aguero, Aubameyang. Now, I don't think he was ever the best of that bunch, but he was still at least up there with them and gave them a run for the money on the Golden Boot. Now, honestly, even though, yeah, he scored 3 goals, which is one more than Jota to be fair, but it's concerning me that he's either having a quiet game or he's missing 9 chances out of 10 like he did against Leeds. Salah and Jota are honestly having miles better seasons than him so far, and now that Bobby's back, I'd honestly be in favour of dropping Mane for Jota and having Mo, Bobby and Jota as our preferred front 3 until Mane gets some fucking consistency again. I can't explain why his levels have dropped. I mean, he's only 29 years old, there's been no reports of him wanting to leave, there's no reports of him being unhappy, or at least I haven't heard any. If any of you guys have, feel free to comment below. So I genuinely have no explanation why he's so on and off with his performances so far. I mean, Sadio...
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
Now look, there were obviously some good things about the game. I mean, Curtis Jones scoring from long range was boss to see. That really must have given the lad a bit of a confidence boost. Right up until Klopp subbed him before he'd even finished celebrating.
Oh, he's mean.
I was actually laughing at that. I mean, come on, Jurgen, give the lad a couple more minutes to savour his goal and play with some swagger for a bit first. But whatever, it was still good to see, and I hope that young Curtis takes that confidence into his next game. Trent and Robbo played all right for me going forward, though Brentford's counter-attacks were so effective that I think that they should have given more respect to them and played a bit more defensively. But that, I think, would be more down to Klopp's tactical approach to the game rather than their performances. Mo bagging his 100th Premier League goal was also good to see as well. He's now the fastest Liverpool player in the Premier League era to reach that milestone, doing it in 151 games. Although it should be noted, Roger Hunt has the overall record as he did it in 148 games. And finally, this point does technically mean we're now top of the table on points. However, it's only 1 point when it could have been 3. And now, more worryingly, City and Everton are now only a point behind us too.
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
We really need a big win against Porto on Tuesday to set us up for next week, because next week against City is going to be fucking huge. But what did you guys think of the game yesterday? Was there anyone or anything you blame for us not getting the 3 points, or did you just think we were unlucky to catch Brentford on a good day and felt they deserved a point? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm a new channel at this point, so any and all interactions are very much appreciated. If you're already subscribed, thanks again for your support. It does mean the world to me. I am doing my best to get content out as quick as I can, and I'll try and make sure I get previews and reviews out for every game once this house move is done and dusted. But for now, I hope you finish kicking the couch in and can enjoy the rest of your weekend with a fair few well-earned bevies. I think we all need a few after that yesterday. Anyway, take care, lads and lasses. I'll catch you in the next video. Ta-ra.